Hi everyone, I am Prabhavathy, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, A.D.M. College Form 1, Autonomous, Nagapattinam. Today, we are going to discuss about the subject Integral Calculus. This subject is taken for first year BSc Mathematics students in the second semester. In the last sections, we have seen how to integrate functions of the type algebraic expressions, that is like x square plus 2x plus 3 and so on, sin x, cos x, and logarithm function, exponential function formulas, and based on that we solve some basic problems. And also we discuss about the functions of the type f of ax plus b, that is, if we discuss about the function cos of ax plus b, what will be the integral value? So, if we integrate cos x, the answer will be sin x. If we integrate cos of ax plus b, the integral will be sin of ax plus b. And what about the coefficient before the variable x? That is a, that will come to the denominator. So, that is integral of cos of ax plus b dx will be sin of ax plus b divided by a, that is the coefficient of x will come to the denominator and the constant term does not affect the integral values. Okay, and plus some common error, that is integrating constant we have to use for this type of indefinite integrals. Okay, so now we are going to solve some integrals and we are going to see how to integrate functions involving variables of the type that ax plus b today. So we are planned to discuss these 5 problems. So first, let us see problem number 1, that is evaluate integral x square divided by a plus bx the whole cube divided by, integral x square divided by a plus bx the whole cube into dx. Shall we solve? Okay, so the problem is integrate function x square divided by a plus bx the whole cube dx. Okay, so now we have to first think about the basic formulas, integration formulas. So here we are having algebraic expressions, okay, involving variable x. So for this type of functions, the basic integral formula is what? It is nothing but integral x power n dx is nothing but x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. Okay, so suppose this x is like this type, integral of ax plus b the whole power n dx, that what will be your formula? It will be the same thing, that is ax plus b the whole power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. As said in the first formula, this coefficient of x, what is that? That is a. So it will come to the denominator. Okay, so we are going to use these formulas to solve this integration. Okay, so before that, by comparing this given integral with this basic formulas, we observe that this is not of this type. Okay, so we have to do some substitution. So that is substitution method is a very powerful and useful method to solve integrals. Okay, So here we have to convert this integral into integrals of these two types, any one of the types. Okay. For that, I am going to do substitution method. So for that, so which term I am going to use for substitution, that we have to decide. So here our problem is this function is of the type rational type, that is f of x divided by g of x, like this. Okay. And also the denominator is of the form a plus bx the whole cube. So most of the problem we have to concentrate on 90% on the denominator function. Okay. So here also I am going to concentrate on the denominator. So I personally feel that this will be maybe our issue to solve this integration easily. So that's why I am going to give substitution for this function. Okay. So put t is equal to a plus bx. So you can use y or z, whatever any variable you want you can use. So I am going to fix the substitution variable as sub t. Okay. So I am going to replace this a plus bx by the variable t. So t is a variable. Okay. So now we have to substitute this here. Before that is we are going to replace x by t. So if you do substitution, you have to change in every place x with t. Okay. So in which places you have to change? You have to change the numerator, denominator, and this differential factor. Okay, dx. So for that, if you take the putting like this, and then you have to find what is x. So what will be your x from this? So you have to take this a to the left hand side. So x is equal to t minus a divided by b. So this will be your x. Okay, you can substitute this in the numerator. Okay, children. Then we have to do what? We have to find dx. So what will be your dx? So dx will be, so here t is the variable, a and b are constants. What will be the derivative of constants? Constants derivative will be 0. It never change. Okay. So t will become dt, other terms will be 0. So here dx equal to dt. And also you have to be careful that here the constant is in the both term, that is this divided by b is for both t and a. So this is t by a minus, t by b minus a by b, isn't it? So if you do differentiation, you have to be careful that is this t is variable, so dt, this p is in the multiplication process. Okay, so it will be same like that. So here a by b is constant separately, not involving any variable. So that constant will only give you the derivative is 0. So while differentiating the terms, if the constant is separately given, then the derivative will be 0. If it will along with the variable, then it will be as it remains same. Okay. So dx will be dt by b. We have to substitute these two variables, that is x as well as dx, to this integral. Shall we do that? Okay. Okay. So what will be this your integral? So this integral will become integral. What is your x? X is t minus a by b whole square. What is your dx? That is dt by b. What will be your denominator? It will be t cube. Okay, you have to be careful while substituting, replacing every term. Okay, so now let us give some name for this integral, that is I, so that we cannot, there is no need to repeat the integral every time. Okay, so now the integral is replaced by the symbol I. So now I is equal to what? I is nothing but integral, the numerator is t minus a the whole square by b square into, again there is one b, that is the squared term will be this one into 1 by b, numerator term, and denominator will be t cube into dt. Okay. So this is equal to integral. So this b square into b cube. So we can take the constant outside. So what is the variable? That is numerator is t minus a whole square divided by t cube into dt. Okay. So now we have to check that again. We have to replace. We have to check that this is of the form integral x power n dx or integral ax plus b the whole power n dx of the form. Still more we have to simplify this. So again we are doing one more step. So we have to expand this expression. What is that? This is nothing but famous formula, a minus b the whole square. Okay. If you use the formula, what will be this? This is nothing but t square minus 2at plus a square, because a minus b, that form x will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, here a is t, b is a. Okay, so this expression will be like this, divided by t cube. Now what will you do next step? The next step will be, we have to separately write each term. So that is, first integral will be t square by t cube dt. Second integral will be minus 2a constant we are taking outside, this is t divided by t cube dt. Third term will be plus integral a square dt divided by t cube. Okay. So this 1 by b cube is common to all the terms. So that's why I put big bracket here, and also here this a square is also constant, isn't it? So we can take it that also commonly outside in the last integral. Okay. So now this integral we are going to find the answer for this. That is denoted by y. That I is finally come to this stage. Okay. So now tell me what will be your first term. So that is 1 by b cube. Into first term will be dt. T square by t cube will be t minus 2a integral t by t cube will be t square. This will be plus a square into integral dt by t cube. Okay. So now we find that we have some expression like having only one functions. Okay. So again, if we write this first integral we have to keep as it is. The second integral will be, I am going to take t square to the numerator, then it will be t power minus 2. The third term will becomes integral t power minus 3 dt. Okay. So now if you apply the formula, what will be your first one? That is nothing but integral dt by t is nothing but log t. Okay. Because if the power of t is minus 1, we take t to the numerator, it will become t power minus 1. If the power of t will be, or x will be minus 1, then the formula will be log t or log x. Okay, don't forget that. And now for this here, this power of t is minus 2. It is not minus 1. So you can do the integral x power n formula. So this will become t power minus 2 plus 1 divided by, that is t power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here n is minus 2. Okay. And plus third term will be a square into t power minus 3 plus 1 divided by minus 3 plus 1. So then at last we integrated the given integral I. Okay. So now what will be the answer? So 1 by b cube log t, and what is this denominator will become minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So minus into minus plus. So this is 2a. So this will be t power minus 1. Here minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2. So minus a square by 2 t power minus 2. And now is it over here? Here this what is I? I is nothing but integral x square a plus bx the whole cube into dx. So left hand side integration involving x, the right hand side is involving t. We are doing some substitution here. So we have to replace the substituted variable to the original variable. What is the original variable? X. So what is the value for t here? We put t is equal to what? Do you remember that? That is a plus bx. So we have to replace t by that a plus bx. 1 by b cube into log of a plus bx plus 2a. This t power minus 1 will become denominator term. So it is nothing but 2a divided by a plus b. So here also a square by 2 times a plus bx the whole square. So we did all the calculations. So final term, this one is the final term. So we have to put the integrating constant capital C here, and you may write where C is the integrating constant. Okay. So first sum is over. So shall we solve second problem? So what is your second problem? It is integrate function of the type cos mx cos nx dx. Here you are having integrals involving trigonometric functions. So we know that formula, basic formula is integral cos x, integral sin x, like that, isn't it? Here the combination of two cos terms, that is cos mx cos nx. So what will we do? We have to convert this to the basic formula type. For that we are going to use some trigonometric formula. What is that? That is, we know that cos of a plus b cos of a plus b plus cos of a minus b is equal to 2 times cos a cos b. Okay. So from this we are going to find cos mx and cos nx. Then what will be that? It will be so from this formula we find that cos of mx plus nx plus cos of mx minus nx equal to 2 times cos mx cos nx. So from this we are going to replace this cos mx and cos nx by this formula. So now this integral, as usual, let us take this given integral as some I. So I will be integral are you aware of that? Because here you are having only cos mx cos nx. Here we are having 2. So we have to take the 2 to the left hand side. So this will become cos of mx plus nx. That is, I rewrite as m plus nx. Okay, because in both them x is common. So second term, similarly second term will become cos of m minus n into x. So divided by 2 into dx. Okay. So now before doing the integration, we have to be careful on the constant of the type m minus n. Because as said in the first starting point, what I told you, integral cos of ax plus b dx will be sin of ax plus b divided by what? A. The coefficient of x will appear in the denominator. Here what is the coefficient of the denominator? M minus n. So if m equal to n, what will be your answer? So we have to consider this in the two cases. Okay. So case 1. So what? When m is not equal to n. So then m minus n is can never be 0. Okay. So then I is equal to integral. We can separately write these integrals. You can do the integration as keep the two terms in the same integral also. To get a feeling of the basic formulas, we are writing separately. Okay. So this will be what? This integration will be, so 1 by 2 is constant, take it outside. What is integral of cos of m plus nx dx? This is nothing but sin of m plus nx divided by x coefficient is m plus n will be to the denominator. So the second term will be, so you already took 1 by 2 to the common. Okay, if you take it as separately, so this will be sine of m minus nx divided by m minus n. Okay, so this is the answer. So here, because if you have m equal to n, this will become 0, and this is also sine 0. Sine 0 is 0, 0 by 0 form, which is an indeterminate form. To avoid that confusion, we separate into two cases. One case is when m is not equal to n. Now we have to do m equal to n case. So, okay, what is when m equal to n? The integral becomes, so it will be integral, first term is m equal to n. So, that is cos of mx nx. This is our integral, okay, original integral. So, if m equal to n, this will become cos mx into cos mx. That is cos mx the whole square, because the both will be same, okay, angles. So, dx. So, how will you solve this? So, for this you have to use separate trigonometric formula. What is that? That is cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. So, from this we have to find the cos square theta. So, what will be your cos square theta? That is cos square theta is equal to cos 2 theta plus 1 by 2. So, this is the formula. So, here this is nothing but cos mx, the whole square is nothing but what? This is cos square mx dx. So, now we are having no formula for this. So, for that we are replacing this with this formula. So, here angle is mx. Okay, this will become cos of 2 times mx plus 1 divided by 2 into dx. So, now tell me what is this integral will become? Integral cos of 2mx divided by 2 plus 1 by 2 into dx. So, if you integrate this term, what will be your answer? That is nothing but cos 2mx will give you sine 2mx divided by, the coefficient of x is what? Here 2m, already 2 is here there. So, 2 into 2m plus this 1 by 2 is constant. So, constant if you integrate will be dx. So, plus capital C. So, the answer will be sine 2mx divided by 4m plus x by 2 plus C. Okay. So, here this problem only, by observing one thing, we separate this into two cases. Suppose if you are given in the problem itself when m not equal to n, what will be the integration? Then you can stop in the first case. If you asked for the m equal to n, you can do the second case. If you didn't ask and you just asked to solve integral like this, you have to do the two cases. Okay. So, now shall we solve third problem? Okay. So, here again as in the case 2, we are having sine square 3x. So, how to solve that? So, we have to use that same formula, trigonometric formula. What is that? Cos 2 theta is equal to, here 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Okay. So, then sine square theta will be 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. So, now tell me what is then sine square 3x. So, sine square 3x is nothing but 1 minus cos of 2 times, here angle is 3x. So, 2 times 3x divided by 2. So, this will be 1 minus cos 6x divided by 2. So, if you replace this, this will be sine square 3x dx will be equal to integral 1 minus cos x divided by 2 dx. So, this will be, so 1 by 2 is constant, take it outside. This 1 is here, so this integration become 1 minus cos 6x into dx. So, the first one, 1 into dx, what is the integration? It will give you x minus cos 6x is nothing but sin 6x as said before, x coefficient 6 will come to the denominator. Okay, so that's all. So here the problem is very simple. So integral sin square 3x dx will be the answer. 1 by 2 times x minus sin 6x divided by 6 plus c. If you want, you can multiply the 1 by 2 inside also. Okay, so now shall we move to the problem number 4, that is integral cos cube x. Okay, now you are having the term cos cube x. So we have to go for the another trigonometric formula. What is that? Cos 3x is nothing but 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. So while solving integrals involving trigonometric expression which are not of the basic types, that is directly cos x, cos 6x, cos 7x, is it not? If it is not like that, and involving expressions like cos cube x, cos power 4x, sin power 4x or any power, so then you have to go for some other substitution, that is the basic trigonometric formulas. Okay, so that's why in the last problem we have to use problem in formula involving square term. Here we are having cube, so that's why we are going for the formula cos 3x. So from this, what is cos cube x? It is nothing but cos 3x plus 3 cos x divided by 4. If you replace this, in the integral cos 3x plus 3 cos x divided by 4 dx, if you separate this 1 by 4 is constant, so we take it outside. So what will be the integral? So this is your integration, isn't it? Integral cos 3x plus 3 cos x dx. So now tell me, what is the integral of cos 3x dx? It is sin 3x by 3. So what is 3 cos x? That is cos x is sin x. That's all. So if you know the trigonometric formulas, then you can solve these integrals easily and you will get the correct answer. If you do that directly, some students will do some mistake like that. That is, it is they like x power n, so cos 3 plus 1x. Don't do like that. You have to use only the basic formulas, okay, which was meant for the trigonometric expressions. Okay, so today you got an idea how to solve functions involving some square type, cube type, and also a plus bx and so on. So thank you.